Hello everyone. Today we're doing a message that is supposed to find you. So I have set the intention that this message is going to find my collective, who this message is for, in the right time, in an aligned divine timing. So if this message really found you, then it is meant for you, and I hope you stick around. So this is a collective message for somebody who is very young. You may be very young, you may be below 30 years old, you may be a student, or somebody who, if you're older, is beginning to learn about something new. Maybe you're shifting careers, you're starting a new chapter of your life, you're starting to learn about something else. You're basically in this energy of being the student, of beginning something new, of being so interested in something new, and of energetically starting a new cycle. And you may have been moving really fast up until now, which has brought you to the point of exhaustion. I see with the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Wands, you're somebody who has worked really hard, moved really fast. You may be somebody who is traveling for a living, or you have shifted homes recently, like you have moved to a different home, or you have just returned from a traveling situation. And this, alongside with your new side hustle, with your new learning experience, and your current, financial situation, your job right now, all of this in combination with the traveling is making you very exhausted. With the Ten of Wands here, you're reaching a point of being very tired, but you're continuing to strive and to, take your energy intentionally forward. You're somebody who is very focused, okay? So you're somebody who is very, I have this goal, I'm going to go and achieve it, regardless of how I feel, whether I'm exhausted or not. And yes, you're very much depicted as this energy of almost getting there, of almost reaching this point of achievement, and of when you're going to be able to rest and finally, breathe. Okay. So let's see, Spirit, what other messages do you have that is supposed to find my collective that I just described here with this first part of the reading? What is the message that is supposed to find them today? What is the fated message that my collective is supposed to find today? Wow, we have the Six of Swords. So with the Ten of Wands followed from, the Ten of Wands is followed directly by the Six of Swords, who also depicts movement, and specifically movement towards the future. The message that is supposed to find you right now is that you're leaving your old life behind. You're leaving something behind, and I specifically said your old life behind for a reason, because when you leave something behind, you are naturally leaving a part of yourself behind, whether you want it or not, whether you desire it or not. But that's exactly how life is. You leave friendships behind, you leave old places behind. Like I said, you may have moved to another place, a new, better place for you. You may have left a relationship or left a career or are about to leave. So the message that is supposed to find you right now is that you are in a moment of transitioning, and it is a moment of culmination above all things. Things may feel very hard and challenging. You may have been having some sort of excitement about the new things that are coming up in your life. However, this energy of exhaustion and of being on the path for such a long time, it still permeates this reading. It still permeates everything that I see in the cards right now. Is this exhaustion, this thinking, oh my God, I've been moving so fast. Everything's so fast. I can never stop and rest. I haven't been able to rest in a month and 2 months and longer than that. And it's almost this this spiritual line that connects you to the divine is telling you, like, maybe you should slow down and maybe you should stop for a little while. However, things just keep moving for you, and things just keep, going forward. But yes, you're necessarily and very for a divinely aligned reason leaving things behind. leaving a home behind, leaving a relationship behind, leaving a friendship behind, whatever the reason may be. And specifically, you're moving towards something better, and something that you have been manifesting. What is, because the Magician came out here, so I want to see what is this thing that my collective has been manifesting. What is this moving forward, this transitioning moment that they have? What is this about? I have the Magician here. This is something that you've been manifesting very strongly. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, freedom. You have been manifesting freedom. You have been manifesting the ability to creatively, not creatively, but more freely express yourself. You have been manifesting this desire to express yourself, to be able to almost say, I'm here. Hi, I have arrived. Okay, I'm back. I ran out of storage, but to continue our reading, you have recently been manifesting something, and what you have been manifesting is the Page of Swords that came out. The Page of Swords is this energetic of freely expressing yourself, of being able to have a freedom of speech. You may be somebody who is a part of a minority. You may be somebody who's been a part of a group of people who have been silenced, or you may have been silenced at work or in your study environment. And this is something that has been, hindering you. You have been not able to say what you need to say, how you need to say it, how you need to express yourself. And so this thing that you have been manifesting and that has been taking on this journey is to be able to creatively express yourself, or to be able to express yourself using your speech, and to create your environment using your speech. And so what is the message for this collective further on? We have the Hermit and the Tower. Okay, the Tower, this is very interesting. The Tower came up in my last reading, so if this reading resonates with you, maybe you should watch my last reading as well. The Hermit and the Tower. So the message that you need to hear right now is that you may need to have some alone time and to be really by yourself for a little while. The clear, recommendation here is for you to in some kind of way isolate yourself. So what I mean by that is limit other people's ability to reach you, whether it is by phone, like responding to messages of people, or by hangouts, or energetically so creating some sort of boundaries between your inner self, between what you are as a person and as a soul, and other people. And the Tower being here right after the Hermit is that this is like a huge cycle that you're undergoing right now. All of this leaving things behind, shifting, changing, may have left you feeling very lonely, or with this capacity or need to isolate yourself, and that you're recommended to do so as well. But it is all as a way to kind of restructure your life. And this leaving behind of things that you're doing is going to necessarily restructure your life. So what I mean by this is that the life that you may be experiencing right now has nothing to do with your destined life path and your destined life path for the future. Okay, this is the message that I'm really strongly hearing for you right now. What is the Tower actually clearing out space for my collective here? Let's see, Spirit. What is the Tower moment clearing out space for? Oh, the Page of Cups. Okay, creativity. It's funny with the Page of Swords. I kept hearing clearing out or making yourself be able to express yourself creatively. And Page of Swords really doesn't have much to do with creativity. The page that is mostly associated with creativity is the Page of Cups that came up just now in your reading as well. So it's interesting that it's coming up here really physically in a card rather than just by my expression and my speech. Okay, so this Tower moment is clearing out space for your creativity, for your ability to create. And almost all of the pages are coming out. We have the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups in your reading. So emphasis on you may be somebody who is young or somebody who is starting and is young in terms of you're beginning a new journey or a new career or a new on a new path where you're now the beginner. Beginner, but you're not like fully the beginner. You're beginner energetically, meaning that you're starting out something new where now you're going to have to find the inner workings of that thing, but you also have some kind of baggage as well that you're taking into this journey with yourself. So you're not like fully beginner. So this Tower moment is clearing out space for your creative endeavors with the Page of Cups here. Your ability to express your creativity, your ability to create something. With the Page of Cups, I'm really strongly hearing that there is this one thing that you have been drawn to doing, or in a way really felt called to do in your lifetime, that you may have put to the side in order to pursue other things and in order to go towards other pursuits, is what I'm hearing. And this Tower moment is clearing out space for this creative expression. Okay. Let's see, you're starting out something. You are in the first moments of creation. You are in the first moments of creation of something that has been accompanying you, of a creative expression that you have been meaning to pursue, is the message that I'm hearing. We have the Four of Cups and the Emperor. Okay, the Four of Cups, which is also the card 4. 444 may be significant for you. 444 may be significant for you. You may be seeing a lot of fours. You may have seen 1414, 444. I hear the number 1111 you may have seen today. Well, this is very important. So fours are very important, and fours are very much about foundations. They're about structure. And with the Tower here, you know, basically clearing out things for you to create new foundations. Once again, you're clearing out space, you're leaving things behind, things are getting destroyed in order for you to create new foundations here. And with the Four of Cups and the Emperor, the Four of Cups is this energy of being very unbothered, of being very apathic, of being very much not into anything. And the Emperor is the energetic of leadership, of leading, of starting something, of being very much in your power and in your energy and in your presence. Okay, they're very opposite energies. And they're both the number 4. Okay, so what I'm picking up with this card is that there is something that I think it's your creative expression, this creative expression that you are clearing out space for, that brings you joy and brings you energy and brings you this need to lead in an environment that may feel very unnatural to you. Okay, it may feel very unnatural to you. Maybe in your jobs and in your positioning in life up until now, you have been somebody who is very passive and in roles that involve following other people or doing things that are set out for you, things that have been set out for you in a certain way, things that you may have been instructed into doing in a certain way. This has been your path all the way up until now. But this creative expression is making you want to step into the leadership role, the role of guiding somebody else, the role of teaching, the role of explaining when somebody is asking you something about this area that you're interested in, this new area of study that you're interested in. It can have to do with history, it can have to do with the past, or it can have to do with archetypes or some sort of psychological archetypes. Gods or goddesses as well are coming in strong as this new area of study that I'm picking up into, is making you really want to explain what this is all about to other people, and is making you really want to tap into your ability to express yourself using your words and your speech. And this is very powerful because this is the primordial way of passing information from one person to the other, is through speech, is through words, is through, explaining something one-on-one to a person, is by being the teacher, the mentor, the guide. Okay, and ideally in this situation, you or ideally in your life, your career and your pursuits, whether they're more physical or they're creative expressions, they need to make you feel like you want to pass this information to other people, because something is all like, when you do something, it's only useful when that thing helps others. Okay, and so the goal here is really for you to be doing something in pursuit of something that you can use to teach other people and help other people with. And this is that thing that you're tapping into, is making you feel and step into this newfound ability to express yourself, lead, teach, and guide other people. Let's see, what is this environment, this new environment that you're stepping into? What is it like? Where are you going? Where are you headed towards after all of this burnout, after all of this struggle, after this newfound creativity? Where is it leading you? Where is that leading my collective spirit? Okay, we have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. So yes, 10, 10, 11, 11 may be significant as well. Confirmation, 2 10s. Okay, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. This is the energy of total liberation, of total happiness, of achieving finally something very helpful for you and for your family, and actually being able to overcome some sort of past hurt, past pain, and past trauma. So where this is leading you is towards liberation, towards freedom, towards happiness, towards feeling like you have accomplished something, okay? Towards enjoying time with your family, towards being able to create a family, and being very grateful and expressing gratitude. It is also, I'm hearing, taking you to environments where you may feel like you're healing in those environments. So maybe up until now you have found yourself in environments that are actually hurting you and hindering you. And from now on, you're going to be stepping into environments that are healing you instead of hurting you. Healing instead of hurting. Helping instead of scaring. It's going to make you happy instead of fearful, right? That is the energy that I'm picking up. It's going to promote union instead of disunion, of distancing, of disharmony. And the environments that you're stepping into are going to bring out the light in others instead of the darkness. That is very beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. And you know, this is really a message of hope in a way, because you're not, may not be at a point where you feel very hopeful about this whole situation, but I'm telling you, the manifestation that you have done is coming up. The manifestation that you have set out is coming up. Let's see any last messages for my collective. We have the Three of Swords and the Chariot. The Three of Swords and the Chariot. Okay. This is the energetic of the wounded healer, the energetic of the one who leads, because they understand where they're going, and they understand where they're going because they know where they came from. And so the last message for you today, collective, is that you know where you come from. You knowing where you come from, knowing where you have been hurt, why, what happened, what hurt you, what is the thing that hurt you. You know, what specifically made you uncomfortable to the point of feeling hurt, and why. Where was this person pushing the buttons that hurt you? That is what's going to make you your most powerful self, your most powerful iteration. You have you may have the belief that in order to lead, in order to teach or be somebody of importance and great value, you need to be perfect, and that you need to have been born in some sort of royal environment, or under a golden star, or with some sort of, you know, financial advantage. But that's not what's coming up here in your reading, collective. What is coming up in your reading is that you're clearly on a journey of becoming that leader, of becoming that person with a great power, but from a place of healing, from a place of understanding yourself and others, prioritization of things, of, you know, not letting things destroy you, but rather than that build you, is what I'm seeing here with the Chariot. And this is all divinely guided, divinely orchestrated, as anything in your life, collective, without shadow of a doubt. Okay, so yes, this is your message for you today. I hope this resonated, and I will see you on my next video.